YouTube? I'm back again today for another game review, and today I'm very excited checking out Beer Putt from Bomb Tech Golf. This is for 2 players, age is 21 plus. It'll take about 15-20 minutes to play, and in Beer Putt, this is a modified version of beer pong, where instead of throwing balls, you're going to be hitting balls, trying to hit them into little holes, a la putting. But it's not going to be that easy because there's going to be sand traps. There's going to be some special rules where you can't get your ball into the same hole or else you'll knock both your balls out of the hole. What am I talking about? Let's open it up, show you how it works, and tell you what I think about it. All right, then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Beer Putt. So first and foremost, you're going to get this big, handy-dandy little carrying thing right here. It zips up, and it fits pretty well. I do worry about the integrity of the zipper. It's a pretty small zipper, but overall, it does a serviceable job of carrying everything in there. But let's take a look at everything you're going to get inside. So first, you're going to get this big, long Beer Putt mat. So zoom down here. Well, don't zoom, but you'll see down here it's got the foam right here, so it actually is a raised edge. You're actually going to have to putt up in there. You're going to have the 5 holes where you're going to try and get all of your golf balls. Then I have this area right here, which is called the sand trap. And if you land in the sand trap, then you are going to lose that ball for the turn. So essentially, it's just like a wasted turn. Now, one thing that I will mention more in the pros and cons is the fact there's not actually a rule book included with this. It has rules very similar to beer pong, but if you're not familiar with beer pong, then you're probably going to want to look online for the rules to this game. But still, it would have been nice to include rules. Next, you're going to get 10 golf balls. You'll get 5 black golf balls, 5 green golf balls, and 2 corresponding putters, which is nice. You know, I assume they would have given you 1 putter and you just pass it back and forth because you're not playing simultaneously, but they give you 2 putters, which is a nice little added touch. Next, you're going to get like some canned koozies, a bottle opener, but the really cool thing, which has nothing to do with the game, but it's just a super awesome invention, is you're going to get these, which are actually for holding your beer. Yes, these things will hold your beer, both bottles and cans, and even the tall boys like that. That's genius. I personally freaking love this, but let's actually show you how the game is played. So each player is going to take their 5 balls, and I'll go over here. And what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to hit 2 balls. You're going to try to get them into the holes on the other side. So let's see if I can do it. And that's money. Oh God. So that's my first one, and then I get 2 more. There's also a line right here where it says putt from here. Pretty convenient. And bam, that's sand trap. Nope. Oh, come on. So my turn would not be successful. Let's pretend. We're going to pretend we're going to cheat a little bit here, and we're going to do that. So the next guy goes, he takes his turn, he hits 2 black balls. It gets back to me. I only have 3 balls left. That's because once you fill up all 5 of those holes, you are going to win the game. So let's take my turn and let's see what is happening here. So get a little hit and nothing happens. But I'm going to set this up. I'm going to get an example and boom. Perfect. No, actually not perfect. We're going to pretend that that goes in here. Now this happens, nothing really bad happens, I just lose that ball for the turn, which means my round is over. Now what can be really bad is if it lands in here or if it lands in here. If that happens, then you lose that ball for the round as well, and then you also take this ball out. So it gets really difficult, especially when you have 4 balls out there, because if you happen to land a ball in the same spot, then boom, both balls go out, which is bad for you. The first person who's able to get all 5 of their balls into the hole will end the game, so to speak. But you do have, much like beer pong, a rebuttal putt where you will get the opportunity to try and get both your balls in and essentially run the table to win the game, tie the game at least. But that, in a nutshell, is what you're going to get inside of, alright then, Beer Putt from Bomb Tech Golf. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. 2 players, very restricted player count. Now, that being said, we actually played it like beer pong, where we played it 4 players, and just 1 person hit 1 ball each time. We found that to be perfectly serviceable and perfectly fun, but still, 2 or 4 players is still a very restricted player count. Another con that I have in this game, it's aimed at ages 21 plus. Now, you can easily play this with younger kids and just take away the drinking rules, but still, it's aimed at age 21 plus, so that is going to make it a little bit more of a restrictive game to not hit the table, but hit the floor, I guess. Another comment I have with this game is that there's no rule sheet included with the game. And this one is something that actually did kind of annoy me a little bit, because there is a special rule in the game and you'll get it out and you'll be like, what's that rectangle? What's that? How are you just supposed to know that's a sand trap? How are you just supposed to know that when you get a ball into a hole and then you get another ball into that same hole, you take both the balls out and it's actually a penalty? How do you know those things? I mean, I've played tons and tons and tons of beer pong and I still had no idea what the rules to this game were. I had to watch a video online to figure it out. Now that I know the rules, I'm never going to forget them. They're very simple rules, but still, just a little sheet of paper in there explaining the rules would have been nice, especially for people who might not have played too much beer pong. Another comment I have in this game is that I slightly worry about the zipper. If it gets caught on the putting thing, I could see the zipper breaking. The zipper is about the only thing that felt a little bit cheap and chintzy to me. But other than that, component-wise, components felt very nice, and I have not had any issues with the zipper. I want to reassure you of that. I just worry ever so slightly about that zipper. Any other cons that I have with the game? I mean, the biggest con, and this makes it kind of an easy game to review, is that if you watch the middle part and you said, man, that looks really stupid, why the hell would I want that, then this is obviously not going to be for you. And if you watch that middle part and you thought, well, yeah, that looks like a great idea, why hasn't anyone thought of that before, then this one's probably going to be for you. So that makes it a very easy game to review. Now, one last comment I have with this is I wish there was just a little bit more to make it a little bit more gamer, but that being said, that's because I review primarily hobby strategy games. So I would like it if maybe if you sunk a putt, sunk a certain hole, like maybe it made it harder for you, or maybe it made it easy for you, or maybe there was a way to handicap the game. I would have liked to have seen that, but still, you can easily add that to the game, and I think that's what they're kind of expecting you to do, much like beer pong, make your own set of house rules, which might be why they didn't include regular rules, but still, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. Moving on to the pros, though, I really enjoy Beer Putt. And they chose the right reviewer for this, because beer pong is one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely adore beer pong, and when they told me about this, I was like, well, yeah, I want to review that. That sounds like a really cool concept. So let's talk about what I love about this game. First and foremost, it's very fun, it's very different, and it's very appealing. Like, you set this out, people will be instantly intrigued. You bring this to a party, people will want to play. You bring this to a family get-together, people will want to play. Obviously, you don't have to play with the drinking rules, but my 4-year-old, sorry, I probably should know his age, absolutely loved playing with this, and he asked me to get it out a couple times since we've had it. Everyone I've played this game with has enjoyed the game. It's a fun little game to sit around talking, drinking, and socializing, which is great. It's something that you're probably not going to take too seriously and you're going to have a lot of fun with, which is awesome. Another pro that I have with this game is that the components are very nice as well. I like the putting range. I like the fact that it comes with 2 putters. It didn't need to come with 2 putters. It could have easily came with 1 putter and you just passed it back and forth. Came with 2 putters, which is nice as well. It comes with all the 10 balls, which is nice. The putting range, obviously I don't know too much about what type of material is nice and what type of material is not nice, but from my limited time playing with this, about a week, and I've probably played with it 5-10 times now. My son's been climbing on it. I've had no issues with it. When we stand on the foam pops right back up, so it's not like it's going to, start eventually just kind of creasing down, I don't think, so that's good as well. And in the end, I enjoyed Beer Putt, and if it looks like it might be something that you're interested in, absolutely. I think the price is right. I think it's $80 right now, which I think is a reasonable price for the amount of entertainment you're going to get out of this, because this is the kind of thing that you'll bring to parties, you'll bring to get-togethers, people will play it, people will have fun with it, and this is the kind of thing that people will request you bring it in the future. So, in the end, Beer Putt, I like it, I can recommend it, and yeah, absolutely something that I can recommend. Now, on a side note, I want to mention that it comes with these beer belts. And this is not a diss on Beer Putt whatsoever, because I enjoy Beer Putt, and I'm recommending keep Beer Putt, and I'm keeping Beer Putt, but I have a feeling you're going to see those beer belts for long after you see Beer Putt, because it's really hard to get a game to stick in the market nowadays. It just is. That's a fact. There's so many games on the market, it's hard to get a popular game out. But those beer belts, I'm telling you, those are going to get, I think it's called branded or whatever, so other people like Budweiser or, Days of Wonder or somebody can start making those and putting their logos on them. I think that's a genius idea. I'm going to be keeping that beer belt for a long time, and one day I would love to get Bauer's Game Corner beer belts made. I think that'd be really cool. Beer belts, super duper awesome. Beer Putt, super duper awesome. If it looks like my cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know what's your favorite thing to do while drinking, and we're going to take lovemaking off the table, because I'm presumably lovemaking is most people's favorite thing to do while they're drinking. So for me personally, it is beer pong. I absolutely adore beer pong. Nothing nothing for me personally can top, well, there's some things, but drinking wise, nothing tops for me a huge beer pong tournament where you got the giant dry erase marker board set up and you got the bracket set up and it's like the March Madness style bracket. Maybe you have the losers bracket down here where if you win the losers bracket, maybe you can sneak your way back into the top 4. I love that sort of thing. I once played a 64 team tournament of beer pong and that was such a fun day. We only made it to the Sweet 16, but still really stinking awesome. But let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite thing to do while drinking? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.